2TC is an achievement in Bloons Tower Defense 6 where you need to complete a CHIMPS game using just 2 towers. Today we're going to be doing this with the Embrittlement and Brittle Churchill. It's that time of the year again where we unleash the sleigh bells of the big man himself. And no, I'm not talking about Pat. Last time people were probably bored of always seeing me doing a video on Resort, but for an ice tower, it's like one of the only maps and the best map for a 2TC with an ice tower. Okay, we're going to get permafrost and we'll see how we go when it comes to enhanced freeze, if we need it or not. Believe it or not, Winter Nights Chilled was released on one Christmas in the previous years of this game, but it's just such a nice theme tune that you don't really notice that it's a Christmas themed song or like a wintry themed song. It's just nice and relaxing, especially with all of those aggravating times where you die to a yellow balloon, just like in one of these instances right there. So we do definitely need the enhanced freeze. I just want to hold out just to see if we can do it so we can get to Churchill just a bit sooner, but not in this case. I would like to get super brittle, but the amount of money in which we'll be able to get so we can get Churchill to level 20, we just can't quite get there. We're like 2k off, or if you buy super brittle first, when you're 4k off because you haven't got money from popping the badge. So we have to unfortunately keep our ice tower as an embrittlement and not go up to super brittle, which is what I would prefer to do. But on the only plus side is that we invest that 30k more into Churchill himself, so that's brilliant. Also, if you look down here, it's an outline of Churchill's tank. Alright, round 16 done and dusted, and now we can place down the big Santa himself onto the track. I once did a 2TC with Absolute Zero and Churchill, and I just think that's just such a thematically cool combination. On an otherwise summery map, you know, sand and snow, you know, you see those two things mixed together on a map very well. Obviously, this is a game. Go up to Cold Snap and Deep Freeze. Yeah, we definitely need a Cold Snap for round 24, let me tell you that. And I think on the next round, we need armor-piercing shells because we're going to have some zebra balloons? No, wait, that's not a different round, isn't it? 26, that's the one. Yeah, because right now we have nothing to counter the zebra balloons aside the armor-piercing shell's ability. So yeah, you is the delivery boy, the deliverer of death to the helium. Round 27 completed. Both of these towers can pop lead balloons, so they're not a problem. And I don't know why I thought of this at first with Embrittlement, where it's like similar to a glue strike or a glue storm, where it just removes all of its resistances. No, it just affects lead balloons. So those DDTs that are more or less immune to certain kind of attacks, well, your sharp projectiles, your shatter projectiles, your energy projectiles, they'll be able to hit the DDT. So unfortunately, we have to keep this as an embrittlement and not the super brittle. And now we're going to invest the rest into our beloved hero here. And the only thing that can attack the camera balloons at the moment is the embrittlement. The only reason why Churchill is shooting is because at the nowadays ice shard, whenever it makes contact with a balloon, it removes the camo property of them. It used to be just on the embrittlement, so you have to go up to tier 4, but now Ninja Kiwi's moved it to tier 3. Which makes it a tiny bit more accessible to access that feature. So now we're going to invest the rest of our money into Captain Sleigh Bells. Don't look into the mirror of those glasses. You'll see nothing reflected back. That doesn't mean you're a ghost. It's just that when you look into these goggles, these glasses, you will turn into a state where when you look into an actual mirror next time, you'll see nothing out of it. Right, let's level you up just in time. Weapons deal more damage and shells can explode more times. Very explodey. We need our explosions to create more explosion. When you don't have enough gun, you make or you provide even more gun. I don't know why I keep mentioning that meme from Team Fortress 2, but it's just such a stupid concept. Right, yellow balloons, where do you appear on Slay Churchill's list? Are you on the nice list or on the naughty list? Well, even at the start of this year, you have been very naughty, so church bells, just evict all the yellow balloons from existence, please. They have all been very naughty. As someone who works in retail, but also somebody who loves Christmas, I can see nowadays why certain people really do not like Christmas. It's the preparation for it. It's the getting everything together, because Christmas is so involved. Presents, food, getting everything together so that everybody can then be all in one place. It's like there's so much involvement, and it sometimes feels like there's only like one or two people throughout the entire family that gets everything involved. So for the majority of the time, it's me and my mum getting everything together ready for Christmas. Well, my dad's at work all day, definitely getting money on the table so that then mum can then get the Christmas stuff while she shops, and I get things here and there when I'm out, because it's very convenient for somebody who works in retail to get a little bit of shopping here and there. But Christmas is about family, friends. Christmas is just not the same without your loved ones, and unfortunately when it comes to certain years when a cherished person in your life has passed away for unfortunate reasons or just any reason whatsoever, Christmas just feels a little bit emptier. Like every year whenever somebody passes away, I know it's like a morbid subject, but it's important to consider that sort of thing. Christmas just doesn't feel the same. It's like from 2020 onwards, I lost my granddad to the you-know-what virus from 2020. And that Christmas, like, rules were still in place. Like, we can only stay in confined households of, like, not being able to like mix with your other members of the family, just the family members that you have there at that given point in time. And like I imagine for the majority of the time, like Zoom, they made a load of money, I think, or the amount of interaction on Zoom was like quintupled or a huge amount more when it comes to the usage of Zoom calls, just because we all were separated. We had to isolate, we had to stay away from every other part of society. But then again, there are delivery drivers out there who have probably had the most amount of activity going on their entire lifetime when it comes to doing deliveries, because, well, they were doing many more deliveries than usual because of the fact that they're delivering to lots of people that they wouldn't be delivering otherwise because of a pandemic. Round 61, usually a very troubling round for this combination, but because of the fact that we've got the machine gun on Brittle Churchill. I know it's called Slay Churchill, but I like to say Sleigh Bell because it just feels so much cooler. Fortified Moab, go down, excellent. Also, when I did the video on the Absolute Zero Churchill was quite different. Used to be a much faster attacker, but his projectiles were a bit weaker. Okay, 63, pink bullet. There was a lot of pink balloons there, so I was trying to hold out on my armor piercing usage just in case if we really need it for a particular moment. But again, we could just put you on first. Why was it so much better that time? I think it's because I didn't level up Churchill in the previous round. Well, I put you on first. Pink balloons? Some of you are better there. And if we did have abilities on cooldown, that red balloon would be very satisfying. Round 64. Always aim your cannon down the straightest so you can affect as many balloons as possible. Okay, Fortified Moab goes down. Also, in some parts of the world, they don't celebrate Christmas because they're not of the Christian background, and that's totally respectable. So sometimes it's better to say Happy Holidays rather than Happy Christmas or Merry Christmas. Or say Happy Christmas / Happy Holidays, and that covers all bases. Like, it's, even if you don't celebrate Christmas, it's just a few days away from an otherwise stressful job. But then again, for some people, they get to work their dream job, so therefore it's not really considered a job, it's more like their hobby as a profession. Okay. Yellow balloons, no thank you. Fortified ceramics, no thank you. So up to level 12 now with Sleighbells Churchill. I just realised this is quite the combo here. Sleigh Churchill, and I nicknamed the ice tower here Grinch. Although this Grinch is a bit bluer and red than green and red. Level 13 Churchill. Goodness sakes, Churchill levels up so slowly. Adora and Corvus, even though Corvus's leveling has changed from the same level as Adora and Churchill to Sai and... oh gosh, what other heroes on the same leveling plane as Sai? But unlike Adora and Churchill... Adora and Corvus, Churchill does not have a means, doesn't have an ability, doesn't have a spell to be able to actually gain a level. So Adora has her sacrifice ability, and Corvus has their nourishment spell, which enables them to level up faster. But Churchill has nothing like that, and he really suffers the most as a hero because of this extremely slow leveling up rate. Do we need long range delivery here? We'll see how things go, but I do think we're going to need some long-range delivery because of the sheer amount of pierce we've got going on. Will that do? Will that do? Will that? Okay, that'll do. Okay, we're going to need some armor-piercing shells for the next round. Oh my god, those ceramics didn't stand a chance. I think when Churchill was good, he was able to fire much faster, but obviously each of his projectiles didn't do as much damage. So round 76 used to be a bit more of a struggle with Churchill, but nowadays it's like armor-piercing shells at level 13 nonetheless, and oh yeah, extra damage to ceramic and higher. That probably explains why we insta-killed those ceramics. Round 77 done and dusted. Now what about round 78? Yeah, they didn't stand a chance. It's been one of those days, one of those weeks, one of those years, really. Ooh, there we go, there we go, there we go. Round 79. Usually this round makes you worry because there are hundreds of thousands of regrow rainbows. That's not the case, but it feels like an endless amount of them. Let the ice shards consume all thy helium and flesh. But mainly helium, because there is well, anything flesh wise is a monkey, and we don't want to do the damage to a monkey, only the balloon. And the yellow balloon almost done an absolute stupid moment there where it decided to escape. I should have paid more attention there, really. Right, long range delivery to preemptively damage the ZMG here, and then we will just finish you off with our default attacks, nothing else, because this does have a long cooldown. Right, it goes down the BFBs and now the Moabs, and then everything else will ensue. Do not cross the finish line. And we had a previous round where there were 2 black balloons left. What the hell, Churchill? You and your Pierce. Right, let's deploy the ordnance to every one of you that's been naughty. Which is every single one of you, by the way. Especially the yellow balloons. And there we go, round 81 done and dusted. Very, very simple. Now round 82, fortified BFBs. Won't use the long range delivery until all of the fortified BFBs have been summoned. Okay, so armor piercing shells. And is that going to be all of them? I think that is all of them. Excellent. Yeah, that destroys the fortified BFB there, but now this is the much tougher bit because we do bonus damage against them, but I don't know if it's enough. Oh, it almost went through there. Almost. Right, round 83 going very, very well here. We are suffering with the lack of super brittle against these ceramics. It feels like we're not doing enough of an impact against them. But obviously Churchill is at a higher level. If we were to do the super brittle, then Churchill would be at a lower level. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Sometimes we have to pin his cannon on first rather than on last, which is what I would prefer to do. Round 85. Do the long range delivery first to preemptively do some damage. Right, you're going down, and then the rest of this will follow suit. Yeah, we're not going to use armor-piercing shells. We may have to actually do that for round 87 just because of the sheer number of balloons on that round. Oh, I don't like it when the ceramics get near the exit. It feels like I should have used the armor-piercing shells then and there. Okay, what about this? Oh, that little bit of a snap there. Oh my god, you have to go to first. I can't tell how much HP they've all got left. Okay, what about 4 of them? Yeah, we'll do long-range delivery on 4 for 5, and then destroy the remaining one using our default attacks. Yeah, that seems to do the trick, because we should be able to unleash this ability when all of the ZMGs are out. Yes, brilliant. Some excellent timing right there by your boy. Armor-piercing shells, destroy all of the layers there, but the armor-piercing shells will run out like it has done, I feel like. Oh, I need you to focus on the frontmost ceramics, please. Don't focus on those Moabs, focus on the ceramics. Maybe some better ability timing would have been better. Oh my god, Grinch incoming! We've already got Grinch here! I forgot you had that line when the ZMGs appeared. Armor-piercing shells now just activated, and it seems to be a bit better, but I'm still thinking these ceramics are going to be the death of us. If it's not the big targets, then it's the smaller targets that are going to get us! I hate these. These are becoming the new yellow balloon. There are definitely less of them, but there's still the matter of all of this at hand. Embrittlement! Oh, for goodness. There it is, folks. Yellow balloon death. Ooh. Oh, I thought that zebra balloon would have escaped there. Very scary. But at least we could do... Oh, armor piercing shells does even more damage. Where were you in the previous round? Okay, I instantly annihilate those BFBs, and now the rest of it should be okay. These two should be alright. We don't have twice the amount of pierce that we had on round 87. Round 88, just gotta deal with the rest of this. Yeah, we're really struggling without embrittlement. I mean, super brittle. I shouldn't speak too soon about the difficulty of the round, otherwise it will just happen. I will just be completely bamboozled by my own words. Okay. I know that's a very late usage, and now we got 4 to 5 balloons. That probably was a poor timing of the ability. Definitely need to save either... I need to save either the ordnance or the armor-piercing shells around 90. We can't have them both on cooldown. Right, I'm going to use both of them and just preemptively defeat some of them, but not all of them. But these fortified super ceramics are a huge pain in the backside. Right, still some fortified super ceramic stragglers. Rest of these? I'm not happy about this. Oh, goodness sakes. Churchill, why are you so ass against them? You're supposed to be one of the best heroes in the game. Can we do it with just armor-piercing shells and not the ordnance? Because we can use the ordnance on the DTs on round 90. Yeah, there we go. That's brilliant, actually. Okay. But then again, can we just use embrittlement? No. Like, it works with a machine gun, but it doesn't work for the cannon. Because, well, we can already pop leads with the cannon, but it cannot pop black balloons, which is what a DDT has. It's got the black property, the lead property, and the camo property. Well, it used to have the camo property. Right, let's just obliterate round 91 with armor-piercing shells. We'll be able to go through a huge chunk of them with armor-piercing shells. For goodness sakes, it's such... Like, with the damage buff to Churchill, now it's just like an unstoppable force nowadays. Okay. Again, without Super Brittle, this is becoming much more Churchill reliant in order to see success. Okay, the delivery is in place, since the ZMGs are there. I need to go back on first now, so don't end this round too quickly. Yeah, this is kind of okay. Yeah, this is fine. We've got our Ooh, armor piercing shells, peppers, just these ceramics, just aim at the ceramics, don't aim at the Moabs, aim at the ceramics, but at the same time do aim. Why is this always the case? It's like one or two sneak through. The problem with an ability reliant tower is that if your ability is on cooldown when you don't want it to, it can just completely hammer your run. So with this, for example, we can use either the ordnance or the armor piercing shells for us to be able to hit DDTs. But sometimes we need both. So let's say on round, I know we died to a yellow balloon here. Round 95, we need both abilities really inactive. But sometimes that's just not always the most desired outcome. Like, we definitely need to use the ability in order to get through a current round. But then we also got to look at it as like, well, we definitely need the ability because we need it on this round. Okay. Need some control here because neither of our abilities are ready for round 93. This is looking very dicey here. Okay, Moabs, take your time being pops, please. Thank you. And, oh, thank goodness those ceramics were heavily damaged. Okay, both our abilities are active, which is good, which is very good. Okay. Artillery barrage bows. I keep giving them different names. I'm going to just keep saying long range delivery because it's thematical to Churchill. And I didn't even realize we can go up to level 18, which could have helped on round 92 if I took more attention to that, but I don't know. So artillery barrage... Oh, not artillery barrage. It's long range delivery! I honestly think that Resort is the easiest map in order to fully utilize the armor piercing shell abilities for the DETs. Just because of the fact that you can make it so... Great. You can make it so that then you can unleash the long range delivery for the first 10 DETs. And then once the first lot of the DETs, let's say, come back around this way, then unleash armor piercing shells while Churchill is on last. So you always get a huge stack of DETs down when you are unleashing your armor piercing shells. Speaking of armor piercing shells, I feel like we're going to completely run out of pierce at this point for the oncoming targets over here. Crap. We can use armor piercing shells again without any issues because this doesn't take as long to cool down as the long range delivery. Level 18. Come on now. We can do it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let us unleash the barrage upon them all. And then when they get to around this stage, and then absolutely smash them to pieces. Here we go. Level 19. And then we're very close to level 20. This is the level in which we need in order to beat the bad around 100. I don't know why it took me so long there to remember the round in which the bad spawns on. This is not good. Okay, armor piercing shells needs to be used as soon as possible. These fortified Moabs are no joke. ZMGs need that long range delivery. Armor piercing shells for everything else that is not the ZMGs. And then now we need to deal with the ZMGs somehow. With our attacks, obviously. Okay, armor piercing shells again. Won't need to use it for a good amount of time because of how slow the fortified ZMGs are. And that should be round. Thank you. That is definitely round. So what about this round then? Use the long range delivery at first. And then hopefully we'll be able to take it out with the armor piercing shells and everything else that ensues there. Put you on last. Effective majority of all that is going on here, but I'm especially not confident for round 98, let's just say that, for self-explanatory reasons, because that round is so stupid. Armor piercing shells, I kind of need you right about now. Oh no, that's not good at all. Okay, armor piercing shells again. God, not even that takes out fortified Moabs.
What's next? Have some Christmas cheer. Signatures today. Long range delivery. Have some Christmas cheer. Yeah? Have some Christmas cheer.
Nah, that's the closest I've ever been able to get this done. I honestly cannot fathom a way in order to get the combinations perfectly as they can in order to do this. I think this was honestly possible when Churchill's projectiles were weaker but at a far faster fire rate, whereas here it feels like his cannons cannot actually do anything against all the ceramics because a lot of them are spaced out. A lot of them are just so dispersed apart that when Churchill fires one shell off, it takes him a long time for him in order to get another shell out. So for my capabilities at this game, this combination is unfortunately not possible. I'm sure there's somebody out there that in the current version of the game will be able to pull this off no problem, but unfortunately for me, this is just not going to be it for me. Like 2 fortified UMGs, we managed to get down to a few ceramics and a fortified Moab left, but getting that ability timing perfectly in sync is just I think that is too much for me, unfortunately. But thank you all so much for watching, everybody. Let me know what you thought of the video down in the comment sections below, and let me know what I should do to make this combination possible. Because obviously by the time the next round you'd have the money in order to get Churchill to level 20, but you just don't give the money during the round of round 97, therefore you're stuck at level 19, so your abilities are not as powerful as they can be. So huge apologies to everybody, and let me know what you thought of the video down in the comment sections below. Really love to hear people's feedback, support, etc. And Merry Christmas to each and every single one of you, or Happy Holidays. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care of yourselves, people of the video.